COVID lockdown, Shanghai style. 26 million people, by some measures the biggest city in the world, confined to their homes. But breaking through the silence, drone instructions.
这个是正常的叫，好了，终于2分钟，所有人都在叫，要命了！就刚刚5分钟前头，叫没几个了，现在突然之间，所有人都叫了，要死
！Hey, what is going on with y'all, man? It's Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, so y'all already know what's going on. Alright, look, now, I didn't really have a plan on doing the video about, what was going on in China as far as the lockdown, right? And actually, when I saw the clip that I just played for y'all, that's what really made me do the video, because now I didn't even really see much about the lockdown in China until like 2 days ago, right? And I was like, should I make a video about that? I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video about it. Because, y'all already know how it is on YouTube. When we get to talking about this stuff, everything gets shadow banned, so on and so on, right? But then when I heard that clip, I was just looking up a few videos. When I heard that clip, I was like, yo, the part that really caught me was like when the lady, she came on the little announcement that sounded like, the most like dystopian type of thing I've ever heard in my life. Really sounds like something that you watch right out of a movie. Those movies that come out and they're like dated in 2050 and shit, like a super dystopian type of world. That's what that shit sounded like. That shit sounded like death, hell on some shit. And then one of the quotes from the lady was, "Control your soul's desire for freedom." That's what, I'm not even gonna lie, that is what made me do this video, because I was just like, yo, imagine hearing that. And then obviously it's in Shanghai, so it's like the biggest city in the world, damn near. It's like 20 million plus people. Imagine hearing that though. Control your soul's desire for freedom. Who can control their soul's desire for freedom? Who can control that? No one can. You want to be free. You want to be able to do what you want to do. Now, I'm not going to make this video like a crazy rant about, the lockdown and as far as everything with COVID and all that, because I don't want to get too far in it and, start just ringing off words to the algorithm. We're just getting this channel going, so we're going to try to do a little bit better this time. But I really just wanted to cover this just to get y'all going in the comments, man, and just to bring, I guess, a little bit more awareness to this than it already has. I guess right now I could use this time to also cover what was going on in New York, because I had people hitting me up about the New York shooting and, and basically just seeing it as a ritual, because a lot of numbers are coming up in the articles that they're putting out about the shooting. And, obviously I wasn't, I didn't look into it as a regular person, how a regular person would myself. Obviously, we already know what's going on when we get these numbers that come out of these articles, but I'm going to get to that in a second. So, we all know China is like really extreme. We know they take everything to like the most extreme, especially their government and the restrictions that they have on their citizens just in general, yet alone when it comes to, a virus that, supposedly originated in Wuhan, China. So it's really not surprising to me that China's government has basically their biggest city on lockdown like this. It really doesn't surprise me, and And like I said, I only say that because we know China for, just basically being extreme, with the rules of their country. Regardless, will I sit here and, say that is going to come to the U.S. and the rest of the world could expect those kind of lockdowns? I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. Because, right now there's a bunch of other distractions going on in the world that are keeping you really from thinking about COVID the way that you used to. In America, it kind of seems like, we're kind of like moving on from COVID a little bit. But then also, if you think about it, if we take it back to that book, which is why I wish I still had my main channel, because I definitely don't have that video I did. I actually think they deleted that video. Y'all remember that book that went viral that basically had, the info about Wuhan, China. Basically had the info about Wuhan being there, the origin of the virus. The book was written, I think, in the 80s. I forget what the name of the book was. I'm not going to even try to repeat it here in this video because I don't want to sound dumb, because I really don't remember. I think it had something like Eyes of Darkness. So in that book, it basically predicted COVID, right? In the book, it also said that it was going to come and go. It was just going to disappear out of nowhere, but then it was going to come back in 10 years. So we basically haven't had that happen yet. I kind of feel like that we're on that brink to where COVID is kind of just going to, go away, and then who knows, blah, blah, blah. It may come back. I don't know. But that's just what the book basically was about when it was in that section of a virus that was, and it named the year exactly too. It had 2020 in the book, and that's exactly when the virus supposedly started and was, when it originated in China. Well, China, it was like late 2019, but still pretty much the same as far as it being right around 2020. So that was just like, I guess that was just a kind of a form of predictive programming. But I guess it just kind of made me feel like, as far as how everything is going in the US with everything else that's going on, that it seems like COVID is kind of like dying out some, but then when you get these videos like that from the country where it originated, it kind of makes you think about it a little bit differently, that maybe things will continue to go on, although there's all this stuff going on with the Ukraine-Russian war, the distractions we get every day in the media, especially with the New York shooting and so on and so on. Y'all know we get it left and right here in America, so we never really focused on one thing too long. Or if there's something that they don't want us to focus on, they just hit us with a bunch of different events. So to not keep rambling on and on and on about, the China lockdown and COVID and so on, I just wanted to get into a little bit about the Brooklyn shooting in the subway station, right? So just typing in the Brooklyn shooting and the number 33, you could get those key articles that show you the numbers of this possibly and, basically being a ritual. Because right here in the NY Times, we get 23 injured in subway shooting, which we know 23 is 2 times 3 is 6. Then we also get them saying that the gunman, he fired 33 shots. What are really specific numbers? 33 shots were fired. He hit 10 people, and it sounds like, let's see, what do we get here? Gunman fires 33 times in Brooklyn subway attack, shooting 10 riders, right? Police said that the gunman was able to fire off 33 shots, striking 10 people aboard the Manhattan-bound N train as it pulled into the 36th Street station in Sunset Park. 5 riders were critically wounded in the rush hour attack, and more were injured in the chaos that followed. Now think about that. We get 3 numbers right off back that give us 666. 23 people were hit. 33 shots were fired, and we get the 36th Street train station in Sunset Park. We get the 3 and the 6, that gives us a 6. We get 3 plus 3, that gives us a 6. We get 2 times 3, that gives us another 6. So we already know that this is confirmed as a ritual. This is a ritual. This is for sure a ritual. At least 10 Brooklyn subway riders were shot Tuesday by a man wearing a gas mask and a green construction vest who tossed 2 smoke canisters into the train car to distract the rush hour crowd before opening fire. The still unidentified man was in the rear corner of the second train car in the moments leading up to the attack, police said at an evening press conference, as it rolled into the 36th Street and 4th Avenue station in Sunset Park. Now remember, where I get my 23 from was in this NY Times article. As many of you already know and y'all have already read about, a man set off smoke grenades in a crowded subway car and then opened fire. The police said at least 23 people were injured. The police named a person of interest. 23 people were injured. Look at these numbers that we get. Now, let me kind of go to the other side of it and not be so insensitive, because, that's what most people will think, and that's probably why I got my channel, deleted and got so many strikes, because of people reporting my videos and, feeling like certain things just aren't conspiracies and this and that, and you're just being, whatever. Because, I understand that someone looks at something, you look at people that got shot, it's blood all over the place. And, all you're thinking about is that the fact that this is a ritual, you're pointing out numbers, you're doing this, you sound crazy. It's like, yeah, I get it. It sounds insensitive because, you're on the outside, you're looking at it and you think you know what you're talking about. And I get it. I get the people that think that way about me, or about, the people that do these kind of videos and, we think we know it all. I get like the attacks on people like me and these kind of videos, because if I was that person that didn't know shit about shit and didn't look into this kind of stuff, I would look at it the same way as well and be like, yo, people actually got shot. Like, why are you, you know what I'm saying? But if y'all will understand why they actually do this stuff, and the fact that these people do not give a single care about a regular person in the world, you would understand why these things happen and why they have to happen in order for them to fit a certain agenda, or basically just distract you from something that's going on, or to simply just do a ritual on the people and just, harvest energy to these demonic gods that they basically believe in and who they do this stuff to. This is publicized on a national level. So they're raking in energy. These demons are being fed. And that's simply the end game with, just about every ritual that happens on people, on regular people, on people who don't know shit about shit. And that's okay, because you don't always have to know shit about shit. You don't need to know everything. I don't need to know everything. So I get it. It's my point. I get it. But the opinions of those people, is that going to stop me from doing what I do? No, it's not. Because at the end of the day, someone has to do it. Someone has to point the bullshit out. Someone has to be able to see through the smoke. And it just is what it is, man. So, I guess with this video, I just kind of wanted to cover, just cover some trending topics. And actually, before I wrap it up, we also got another 6 in his age as well. And, I think my ending thoughts on the shooting is that it's just very random. It's just very random. Like, they say chaos unfolded on Tuesday morning in Brooklyn after the suspect, who is believed to have acted alone, set off 2 smoke bombs and opened fire. The morning rush hour attack has renewed calls for putting a stop to gun violence in the country. Boom. That could be an agenda right there. It gives you one right in the, in the opening dialogue of this article, basically. The morning rush hour attack has renewed, keyword, renewed calls for putting a stop to gun violence in the country, which means new gun laws, new, gun bans, which we already know New York is one of the most strict cities when it comes to guns regardless. Anyway, you can't even have them, especially not a handgun. So it just seems really random. And with the numbers that are involved, we already know that this was a ritual to the public. And that's that, y'all. So before I just keep rambling on, like I said, I just wanted to kind of use this video to cover a few things that happened recently. And yeah, man, so y'all already know what's going on. Just give me y'all thoughts in the comments. We'll go back and forth. And as always, man, I appreciate y'all. We getting this new channel off the ground, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling inspired, honestly. Like, I'm feeling ready to go harder than I ever went. So y'all just expect a lot of new content. Actually, expect a new video really, really soon that I have ready to go. And with that being said, it's Black Balloon. And I'm going to see y'all soon. I'm out.